Hey, Cami McBride here, and today I wanted to talk to you about a trick that I figured out many years ago that can help our kids learn how to use herbs to take care of themselves. And so what I noticed many years ago, I noticed that my son was not retaining as much as I wanted him to retain about what I was teaching him about herbs. And I remember asking him one day, I said, why aren't you trying to learn this? You know, this is really going to help you. And he was like, he said to me, Mom, I don't have to. If I get sick, you'll take care of me. I was just like, oh my God, okay, I get it. So very shortly after that, I came up with the idea of what and what. And so what I started doing is I started saying every time, you know, if you're learning about herbs, learning how to use herbs to take care of people in your life, you're doing things. You're giving them tea, you're doing compresses, you're making oils, you're doing all these different things. So what you can do is when you do it, when you give it to them, when you give that cup of tea, you say what and what it is and what it's good for. And now that may seem so simple, and it is, but you're not giving a dissertation. You're not like, oh, studies show that it's the elderberries are antiviral, or you're not, it's just you say a simple thing. You say what and what. So we say, yeah, Gabriel, the elderberries we picked on the river, remember we were at our friend's house and they were sick? Well, we're going to drink this herbal tea to help us not catch the grunge that we were exposed to when we were at their house. So I just said what it was. I also said where it was from, but you can just do what it is and what it's for. Super simple. Because you don't want to be one of those parents that raises a kid that leaves home and is just susceptible to all of the pharmaceutical advertisements, and they just start taking over-the-counter medications right off the bat, and it really messes with their health long term. So we want to raise up empowered, powerful children that know how to use herbs, know how to take care of themselves, but they don't always want to listen to us, right? But every time you serve up that cup of tea, right? Every time you make that steam, you just say what and what. And so much of herbalism is about really figuring out what people will do, what sticks, right? So I would love to hear, what is your number one thing or your number one trick that has worked in your household to get the kids using herbs or learning how to use herbs. So Cami McBride here. Scroll down, leave me a message. I would love to hear your number one trick that you've had success with to help your kids learn more about using herbs.